Coming up on tonight's show, we're covering Extinction Rebellion protests, a new independent market is opening in the Baltic Triangle, and Goodison Park is reopening gates for fans. Good evening and welcome to Channel 4 News. The environmental group Extinction Rebellion are protesting to stop High Speed 2 from building a railway track that connects the north to the south of England. The railway will be very destructive to the environment. Protesters also claim to have been attacked by the employees of HS2. Here's more from the protest.
The National Eviction Team operate wearing uniforms like riot police with extreme brutality in dealing with people who are protecting woodlands and countryside along the route of the HS2 line. Indeed, very recently there's been an incident where some of the Net staff have been suspended because of some assaults that they made on protectors. HS2 stands for High Speed 2. It's a huge infrastructure project, the biggest in Europe at the moment, which is intended to create a new rail line between London, Manchester, and then another branch going on to Leeds. It's a monumental waste of money as well as being hugely destructive of the environment. Or the cash that's involved, that's £120 billion. Even just a small part of that cash could do so much good in Liverpool. There have been arrests of people, but these are on spurious charges. It's a device, because what is happening is that some protesters have been arrested on suspicion of doing something. That is a device so that the Net can bring the police in, because the police are there as well, and whenever the Net are acting, the police turn their backs. So the police are used to arrest people on a spurious complaint, and then they're released from the police station later. But the job has been done, they've been got off the site. And some of these woodlands are beautiful. They're really lovely places. Maybe we're going to be travelling abroad less in future. And these are the sorts of places that people would go to get relaxation, refreshment. It's good for mental health to go out, be out in the countryside and enjoy the beauty that's there. And HS2 is destroying it. The majority of the country, when they know about the facts, the majority of the country are against this thing. It's so wasteful.
A marketplace named the Good Market has reopened in the Baltic Triangle following lockdown. 13 businesses opened in the Good Market, promoting their independent businesses with plant-based food and 100% recycled products. Like many businesses, support has been very hard to come by due to COVID-19 closures, causing major interruptions within the flow of customers. This market has been key to restoring a feel of independence to the city. More from the Baltic.
We're here today at Chapters of Us, which is on Simpson Street in the Baltic Triangle. Today we're celebrating independence in Liverpool. So we've got some amazing stalls. We've got about 14 stalls. We've got some food, got drink.
Since we started over a year ago, we haven't really had the chance to do it in front of a physical audience and really show the people of Liverpool the brands we have and the great independence of the city. So this is just the start of many markets over the future of, just celebrating the independent businesses of our amazing city.
My brand is Aura Living and I sell homeware accessories in ceramics as well as eco-resin plaster-based material, which is a very hard-wearing plaster-based mix, yes. Being part of Good Liverpool is such an amazing platform to meet like-minded people, other creative in and around Liverpool, as well as being on the platform where we get extra exposure and support from the team as well.
We're Jostle Bakers, so we sell plant-based cookies and brownies, mostly online, and this is going to be our first market today.
We used to work in London in coffee shops, so we know a lot about what good cake is. So yeah, it's really great to have the opportunity to come to a live market for the first time.
With the Good Market, I'm able to access a different clientele than what I usually would. So I can also expand my range and access a new customer base. I'm excited, I'm ready to go. Nothing's holding me back, not even the pandemic. So yeah, can't wait to put all my effort into it and just carry on.
We brought the weather especially, so if you want to come along, and check out some good foods, the merchandise, and support local.
In lighter news, for the first time in 2 years, Everton fans rejoice at the return to Goodison Park Stadium as it opens its gates and games resume. Fans express their excitement over the comeback for the Premier League as COVID precautions begin to lift. Evertonians are grateful to spectate the final games taking place in Goodison, with Bramley Moor set to replace it soon. Here's more from the fans themselves live at Goodison Park.
Feels unbelievable to be back at Goodison, just the feel of being around the ground, seeing some familiar faces in the pub beforehand. I know not all of us have had the opportunity to come back this week, but it's a taste of things to come.
It's been like trying to cover it without fans. It's been dreadful to be honest. Like it just makes the stadium feel pretty soulless, to be honest. You know, these are massive stadiums built to house, you know, here it's meant to house 40,000 people, isn't it?
Really good to get back with my dad. I moved out around probably this time last year actually, and the only quality time I get to spend with him is at the game, and it's been a massive miss for me, massive miss for him, and yeah, just can't wait to get in there.
Sitting in a group of 6,500 people in the stadium today is not going to bother me personally, or I know my dad, obviously my dad's a lot older than me, so he's probably in a more vulnerable at-risk age group, I think it's fair to say, but it's not something that's ever crossed our minds. I think we trust the club to take any precautions necessary, and to be honest, I think it's been, like I say, 14 months since I've been in the ground. I think it's become almost that desperation to get back in the ground that I don't think anything kind of would have put us off.
I feel like I've maybe forgotten how to speak to people, but as soon as I've had a pint or two, I can't wait to just get in there and make mates with whoever sat next to me or whoever sat about 10 metres away from me. I just love it. I think as a person myself, I love being around people, around happiness, around everyone who's here for a good time, and that's the main thing for me. The football probably comes secondary to just getting back the match with my mates and with my dad.
We don't know how many games we're going to have left at Goodison Park. You know, if Bramley Moor is going to be the 3-year build that they're predicting at the minute, you know, the Goodison Park is living on borrowed time almost. We've got a limited amount of games left at Goodison Park, so we need to have as many fans in as possible to be able to get back and experience those, you know, those old match day traditions that we haven't been able to take part in for so long.
That's all we have time for today. Have a very good evening. This is Channel 4 News.